girl.
I know, thank you. Okay, you were alluding to the KaPow Phlox.
Yeah.
This collection is a three-piece. So all three pieces that you see, and some of them we're simulating what they'll look like, but down in the front you'll see the size of how one
That's
comes.
right. Yep.
And one may already come with a small little flower on it. So you get all three of them, and then once they bloom, you'll get these beautiful colors of the pinks and the whites and the blues. Sale price at $29.95. 862-452 is the item number. So I've never heard of a plant like this. To me, it almost mimics like a hydrangea.
I know, it has that look to it, right? Well, I'm gonna tell you, hydrangeas, I love them. But
they're
this
high
one,
maintenance.
you just have to know where to plant them and whether they're gonna be annuals or perennials, not going back to that. But this plant, this phlox, it is known as the backbone of your summer garden because it is so tolerant to the heat and to the drought that when everything else is melting in your summer garden, this guy takes over. Now, what again is so great about Leaf and Petal is they have studied the genetics and they have found the plants that will give you the most prolific, that's the word. Prolific blooms, constant blooming, and they are super easy to care for. Now, once again, you don't have to pick a color. You are getting all three of them.
So pretty.
Shipped fresh, right when it is supposed to be planted. And this one in particular, it is mildew resistant. So if I'm dealing with people who have been gardening kind of, a long time, you might know that phlox, they kind of had a problem with a mildew thing in the past. But this one has been bred and designed to be mildew resistant. I can't brag enough about Leaf and Petal. If you've tried things in the past and they didn't work, we are taking all of the work out of this. So this grower created a new hybrid. Problem solved.
It's winter hardy, which is really nice. They come in the 3 1/4-inch pots that are available. I'm just showing you the brochure, and we can show you the map too. So many of you are already jumping it now. If you're a frequent gardener, you already know and love this, and you've already added it to your cart. But for those who are just looking to step into something, we're showing you the map of when this will ship out. So even if you see snow on the ground, and right now where you are outside your window, we're not going to ship a plant to you, right? Leaf and Petal truly sets you up from success, from breaking it all down the brochure to get to the phone number, all the way to they know when to ship it out when your soil and ground is ready for you to plant this. So you get all three, the coral, the lavender, and the white, and they come in a 3 1/2-inch pot, which is really nice. They have a nice little fragrance to them, which is really nice, and attracting those pollinators again, which is beautiful. Deer and rabbit resistant. I love that. It's like all the highlights that we could ask for.
Right, I know, and that's why we're bringing this to you. And I have to tell you, these are going to be the greatest, just, again, prolific bloomers. When everything else is just kind of dying back, these are going to be taking over. The other thing that's great is if we kind of go back to what a perennial is, this is a perennial. So that means year after year, it's only going to get better. So go ahead, put it in a container. But feel free, no matter where in the country you are, to put it in the ground. It's going to do just fine into those deep, deep freezing temperatures. And every year, it's going to get bigger and healthier. This, by the way, is probably about the second year. But I mean, right in between.
Look how it comes, though.
That's right.
There's already some buds.
I know, these
and then
buds are
we
amazing.
actually have one that some of the buds, they've even opened. They've even bloomed.
How amazing
is that? So that's the size that they'll come to you at. And remember, when it comes, your soil will be ready for it, which is so, so beautiful. Many of you are picking this up. We only have a couple minutes left. We only have a few hundred of these, so not a lot. Some of the plants have a little bit more, but I only have a few hundred available in this if you want to pick it up. 862-452 is the item number. And when we think about curb appeal, a lot of times, especially during spring, we think about the landscaping lights for the Today's Special. I'm so sad. The pictures of my fence, by the way, with my lights are in the Today's Special, but I'm not showing it. But pick that up and then put it where you want it, because you want to highlight and light up your plants when they look this beautiful. But think about when you pull up in your driveway during the day, or when people are driving by, this is something that's going to turn heads because of the color.
It is, and that color is exactly what is bringing in those pollinators. The fragrance, and the color.
Oh, they're attracted to that.
They are drawn to it the same way we are, right? So I love the idea. If you have a little bed in the front, just make sure you're giving it enough space, because at some point, you know, this little guy here is going to turn into this. But these are all the pieces of information that you are going to find in this planting guide. How far apart
everything
to space them, everything. And listen, if you like to talk to a human being like I do, just give them a call in the back. We want you to succeed, because we're putting our name on this. With Leaf and Petal, we want you to be successful. You don't have to tell anybody where you got them from, because I bet you a lot of their phlox probably still have that mildew problem. So imagine if this, you know, was on your patio, or like if you have containers, or even in the ground. Just again, I always want to remind you guys, as a plant mama, oh my gosh, look, Nicole, a butterfly literally just landed on the butterfly bush. Do you see what and you guys can't see, and I'm so sorry.
I'm so excited.
But that's what I'm talking about. Is that not beautiful?
It's such a beautiful day. That was so exciting. I hope it comes in business again.
I know.
Okay, here's the thing. We have less than 500 of these to grow around. I encourage you, if you love bringing in your own plants into your garden, you love to do that, kind of getting your hands dirty. It's always nice when you're working with a company, you're partnered with Leaf and Petals, because they set you up with success with that brochure. There's a phone number, but then they also ship it out to you. I know you may be looking out the window and thinking, there's snow on the ground, ladies. What are you talking about? But when we're in the final hundreds, these will not last in the time that you're looking outside and you're like, oh, the snow is up. Now I'm ready to order my plants. It's gone. So don't let this deal pass you by, especially at a sale price of $29.95, about 480 left. So go to hsn.com, use your HSN app, 862-452. This show is all about you reserving your plants. That's exactly what it is you're reserving. And some of you will be lucky to reserve some of them, and some of you may miss out when you wait 2 or 3 weeks later.
So sad.
And I don't want you to miss out, right?
I'm frowning.